Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're diving into a recent incident that has sparked tensions in the West Philippine Sea. A U.S. warship encountered a confrontation with the China Coast Guard, escalating concerns over maritime disputes in the region. On December 6, 2024, reports emerged of an encounter between a U.S. warship and the China Coast Guard in the contested waters of the West Philippine Sea. The incident occurred when the U.S. warship was conducting a freedom of navigation operation near West Philippine Sea. Amidst conflicting reports and interpretations, this incident underscores the ongoing tensions in the region. The West Philippine Sea has been a focal point of territorial disputes involving China, the Philippines, and other neighboring countries. The repercussions of such incidents go beyond the immediate confrontation. They raise concerns about the safety of navigation, international law, and the geopolitical dynamics in the Asia-Pacific region. As tensions persist, diplomatic efforts remain crucial to prevent further escalations and find peaceful resolutions to these disputes. Both parties involved, as well as neighboring nations, face the challenge of balancing their interests while upholding international laws. The overlapping territorial claims in the West Philippine Sea have been a long-standing issue, with different nations claiming sovereignty over various islands, reefs, and waters. The United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, governs international maritime disputes, yet interpretations and enforcement of these laws remain contentious. What is the current situation in the West Philippine Sea? The current situation in the West Philippine Sea is tense due to ongoing disputes over territorial claims. On December 10, 2023, the Chinese Coast Guard allegedly hit two Philippine Coast Guard escort ships with water cannon blasts near the Second Thomas Shoal, a disputed territory in the South China Sea. The Philippines and its treaty ally, the United States, condemned the Chinese Coast Guard's actions, calling them dangerous and unlawful. The Philippine government has also announced plans to ramp up its military presence in the disputed sea. Additionally, the Philippines has reported that more than 135 Chinese vessels are swarming a reef off its coast, describing the boat's growing presence as alarming. The situation remains tense, with ongoing diplomatic efforts to resolve the disputes. What is the history of the territorial dispute in the West Philippine Sea? The territorial dispute in the West Philippine Sea, also known as the South China Sea, is a result of conflicting claims over the Spratly Islands. This area is strategically important due to its location along major trade routes and its natural resources, including oil and fish. The dispute involves multiple countries, including China, the Philippines, Vietnam, Taiwan, Malaysia, and Brunei, each citing historical records to support their claims. The conflict escalated in 2012 with the Scarborough Shoal standoff, during which Chinese surveillance vessels prevented the Philippine Navy from arresting Chinese fishermen. In 2016, the Permanent Court of Arbitration, PCA, ruled in favor of the Philippines, stating that China's 9-line claim violated Philippine sovereignty. Despite diplomatic efforts, tensions remain high, with recent incidents, such as the alleged ramming of Philippine vessels by Chinese ships, contributing to the ongoing dispute. The evolving situation in the West Philippine Sea has led to increased international concern, with calls for a strong pushback against China's actions in the region. The dispute continues to be a significant issue in the Indo-Pacific region, with the involved parties seeking a peaceful resolution to the long-standing territorial disagreements. The escalating tensions between the United States, the Philippines, and China in the South China Sea. China has criticized what it labels as provocative actions taken by the U.S. and the Philippines in this disputed region. Recent activities involved warships from both China and the US engaging in separate exercises within the South China Sea. The timing couldn't be more critical, considering the strained relations, particularly between the US and its ally, the Philippines. The People's Liberation Army, PLA, Southern Theater Command revealed that its Navy and Air Force conducted routine patrols in the sea over a 2-day period. However, specific details regarding the location or the objectives of these exercises were not disclosed. Simultaneously, the United States announced that the USS Carl Vinson-led aircraft carrier strike group participated in drills alongside the Philippine Navy for 2 days. China swiftly condemned these maneuvers, labeling them as provocative military activities, which it believes were aimed at showcasing military prowess rather than contributing to stability. Wang Wenbin, the spokesperson for China's foreign ministry, criticized these actions, stating that they disrupt the maritime situation and exacerbate existing disputes. He urged all involved parties to cease such actions and respect regional efforts aimed at preserving peace and stability in the South China Sea. This recent series of events underscores the complex and delicate nature of the ongoing geopolitical tensions in this region, with multiple stakeholders asserting their interests in the contested waters. Stay tuned for further updates on this evolving situation. While UNCLOS provides a framework for resolving disputes, its application and adherence have faced challenges, leading to heightened tensions. The freedom of navigation principle, a fundamental aspect of international law, allows vessels to traverse international waters unimpeded. However, conflicting interpretations of this principle often lead to confrontations, as seen in this recent incident. Many experts emphasize the importance of adhering to established international laws and advocating for diplomatic dialogue to find peaceful resolutions. Additionally, multilateral cooperation among concerned nations is essential in de-escalating tensions and fostering stability in the region. Efforts to pursue confidence-building measures, such as communication protocols between navies, joint resource development initiatives, or third-party mediation, could pave the way for easing tensions and fostering stability. As citizens, staying informed and engaging in constructive discussions about these complex geopolitical matters is crucial. By seeking diverse perspectives and supporting peaceful resolutions, we contribute to a more informed and engaged global community. On December 29, 2023, the Chinese Coast Guard brutally hit 2 Philippine Coast Guard escort ships, the BRP Cabra and BRP Sindangan, in the South China Sea. The Chinese Coast Guard targeted the Philippine vessels with water cannon blasts, causing damage to the BRP Cabra's mast and endangering Filipino crew members. This incident occurred near the Second Thomas Shoal, a disputed territory in the South China Sea. The Philippines and its treaty ally, the United States, condemned the Chinese Coast Guard's actions, calling them dangerous and unlawful. Philippine Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro stated that the Chinese Coast Guard vessels intentionally collided with the Philippine boats, escalating tensions in the region. China, on the other hand, claimed that the Philippine boats bumped dangerously with the Coast Guard vessels. This incident is part of a larger dispute between China and the Philippines over territories in the South China Sea. China has been accused of engaging in aggressive actions in the region, including constructing artificial islands and asserting its sovereignty over disputed areas. The United States has expressed support for the Philippines and called for a peaceful resolution to the disputes.